the lake that is available only during this Murkmire event going on right now. So it's kind of like a, I guess, and it's located, of course, in Murkmire. It's got the whole swampish Argonian vibe to it. And before, like when I first previewed it, I didn't really know what to expect. I thought, okay, Argonians. I'm not a huge fan of Argonians. But then I changed my mind quickly once I saw this house. This house is way, way cool. I'm gonna take the skin off, it's distracting. Hang on. Alright. Anyway, so this is like the entrance. I've already added some of my touch to it already, like such as the lighting and of course these plants that attack, which are awesome. So it's like when you walk in the home. There's a couple ways to get to the house. So this is one entrance right here, but I'm gonna go up around this way just to kind of show you around the house as we go. So it's got a lot of water, which is really cool. It goes with the whole swamp vibe, and the waterfalls are really pretty. It's got lilies. Now you can't move any of this stuff. I wish you could, but it allows you to do traditional furnishing 700. Right now I don't even have 400. I'm getting there with, I'm adding a lot more. I still have a lot more I need to add to it to give it my touch, but it's definitely really pretty. I bought it furnished, and I want to say it was like 17,500 crowns. It was so worth it because there was a lot of furniture in here before I added some more of my stuff, which is mostly plants and whatnot, and the mushrooms. I added the mushrooms. So some of the flowers I added, really pretty. A lot of these come from Murkmire, like these purple plants, and some of the other ones come from there, like I believe the ferns and whatnot. But I put some lighting up top to give it some animation, and of course right there on the trees I put some. And I'm gonna put more lighting. I just put 2 there for now. I'm gonna go get another stone and put it over there. And I put mushrooms with the lights, super cool, it's lighted up. And so I bought that furnishing pack in the Crown store that came at the same time this house came out. And it gave like this snake skull and some of these cool plants, which are these nice totem poles, and like the pot, and like this little statue thing that's really cool. It's all like Murkmire related themes with like the snake head. But the boats came with it, which are super cool. And these lights, the Murkmire lantern posts. But this house is really fun. And if you have a lot of attunable tables, this house is great for that as well. So it'd be great if you were to say like have a guild house. I haven't put any of my tables in here yet, but if I do, I think back here would be cool because there's a platform back here. See? There's all this room back here you could use, and you could also, if you wanted to add more, you could put more like the stone underneath the water so you could walk. But it's a fun house. And at nighttime it's so pretty. There's fireflies. I kind of wish it was nighttime so you could see. Done with this, the sun will be down and it'll be nighttime so I can show the fireflies because it adds like the magical touch to it. It's really pretty. But these trees are awesome. I was telling my friends, it reminds me of being in Louisiana. Like my aunts lived on the bayou. One of them still does, and it has that same vibe. Like Murkmire is basically Louisiana. And this house is really, really big. Like you can go all the way out here. In fact, you could build out here if you wanted to. Like you can't move any of this stuff, of course, but you could definitely build out all this way. And you could totally put some really cool statues up against the waterfalls. It's really pretty. It's got a cool view. I am going to have to make a cool seating area out here. So once I finish decorating, I'll show the final product of what I've done with this place. It's got a lot of potential for sure. I love water, so super, super stoked for all the water it has. That's the other side of the house, and then it's going back down to the front. There's more waterfalls. This waterfall, I've already tried it. You can't jump off there, you will die. But this one, of course, you can jump off because it's within your home limits. But yeah, this one, you die. But it's so pretty. Alright, so we're gonna go in the starting entrance. I need to make my entryway pop because I was looking at it a little bit ago and I was like, it's so boring. So first off, we're gonna start upstairs and then work our way down. So like this stuff was already here. And everything up here was already here except for the lighting. I added those lights in the corners and the ceilings. Those are the only things I added were these lights in the corners. But all this furniture was a part of the furnished home when you buy it. Like I said, it was like 17,500 crowns for this house. So yeah, it's not cheap. But it's super cool that they put all this stuff for decorative items. It looked, you know, it looks very Murkmire-ish. Oh, I'm going to show you. You can go to the top, the very top of the house. This is the kitchen area. So, yeah, you can see out. It's got the 360 view up here. I haven't put any music boxes in here yet, but I might. But the music in here is definitely Murkmire-ish. It kind of reminds me of, like, what was that one movie? With the hobbits and whatnot. Like, definitely, it's got that whole, like, vibe to it. Like, it's funny, I don't know. It's kind of like a fairy-ish music, I guess. So back at the entryway, this is it. Like this table and stuff, all that was here already, and the lightings were here. I did add some stuff in here, but the main stuff that was already here was everything you see over here was already in the home when I bought it pre-furnished. Like all this was already here. The only thing I added was a picture on the wall and the light in the corners. But these aquariums are why I bought the house, because if you want to call it an aquarium, it's kind of like got a vortex to keep the water in. It's kind of badass. But it's got fishies and they're swimming. Like, oh my gosh, I have the Potentate's house. I call it that. That house, I have a fake aquarium in it. The fish do not move. They just look dead. In one of those display cases, I try to make it look like an aquarium. But this is like the real deal. I put my octopus pets in here to give it some more movement. To have something in here other than just fishies. So I think it looks really cool. But all these things were already here. I just moved things around. And these little waters are cool. I like that. All this stuff was here. The tables, the lighting. I added my tree. I took her out of my Halloween house for now because I thought she would fit perfect in here. Because I felt like it needed something in the middle. And she goes perfect because you've got the roots coming down that are exposed up in the ceiling. So it's super pretty. And there's like a little bathing area. Like a chill out, like a little pool. It's cute. I put my kitty merchant and my banky merchant over there. But this is the throne. The throne came with the house. I just added, of course, the plants, which attack you. I thought it was for fun. Once you sit down, though, they kind of leave you alone and back off and give you some chill space. And I put some of my animals that I had bought the other day, from the crates, and then my horse over here from the Murkmire DLC. I put them in here because I don't know, I felt they go with it. But this is the reason why I bought the home. You see the background? It's beautiful. Like, how many homes in ESO have aquariums in them with movement? This is like the only one that I know of. I wish they would add more spaces that have movement. That would be awesome. Like, honest to God, if the aquarium was in my Potentate's home, oh, that would probably be my favorite home ever. But right now, this is like, I think, starting to grow on me more, and I think this is beginning to be my favorite home. It's just super pretty. And the lady tree is gorgeous. And I am such a dork, but I did not find out until yesterday that my home has a basement. Like, I just thought this entryway over here went back upstairs. So I'm gonna take you down here. And all this stuff was already here. I don't even know what this stuff is. Oh, cool. It's like a little snake statue shrine. Dude, I'm definitely gonna have to light him up. That's cool. I like this area. All this stuff was already here. Alright, so let's go check out the basement. There's still some things I want to add in the basement, such as I wanted to add some, like, Argonian skeletons. Because look at all these sarcophaguses. There's one. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my goodness. 8, 9. There are 9 dead bodies in my basement. I don't know how I feel about that. It's super creepy. I threw the treasure in here just for fun. Because I figured, you know, what's a better place to keep your treasure than in the basement with all the dead bodies to keep your secrets. All the dirty secrets stay in the basement. This space is really cool. I kind of want to leave it dark and dreary since it's got all the sarcophaguses in it. So I'm gonna find a way to make it kind of creepy looking. Maybe throw some spider webs in here. I don't know. It's definitely a cool space though. The only thing I did to this area was of course the gold, and then I threw the light up in the top and the ceiling there. So very cool. This house has a lot of interesting things to it. Who would have thought I had a bunch of coffins and sarcophaguses in my basement? And another cool thing about this house, like you saw the entryway, so there's entryway through the kitchen up top, the entryway in the front over there where I came in, so there's 2. And then another cool entryway is this 3rd one over here that goes to the portal. And you swim through it to get out. And you can also swim getting into it, so it's where you see this vortex in the water. How cool is that? And you can definitely walk over here as well. Like, this is all, of course, a part of the home, and you can definitely come over here. In fact, this would also be a really cool area to possibly put tables if you wanted to make this a guild hall. You can't get over this side, I've already tried, so it limits you. It's just for viewing. You can't go any farther than this area here. But definitely you could utilize this space for something cool. I haven't yet put anything here, but I will figure out what I'm going to do with it. And then of course you can look back and see the house. So the house is above, and then of course below the water there, which is why you're like underground. It's pretty cool. And there's still a lot of space back here. This is interesting. There's like all these flowers. You can't move any of this stuff. But that's cool by me, I don't need to. But this will be like a cool shrine area even. Excuse me. You can see my octopus in the water. I saw that the other day when I did it. I thought that was funny. Sorry about that. I had a cough. But if you're thinking about buying this house, I give it awesome ratings because it's interesting. It's got a lot to it. You can add to it a lot and make it your own, of course, like any other home in ESO. It's super cool. It has a lot of interesting things about it. I like all the faces and the stones, like all the Argonian heads and whatnot. It's got that whole reptilian vibe to it, if you're into that. Oh, I was wondering what that was down there. Was that frog? Like, what's that light from? But this is, I love flowers. This is like my thing with decorating. I love plants. I'm a huge plant person. And I'm bound to add way more, of course. And I put the plants around the wall. Like, not expecting it. Like, when you first walk in, that's what you get. So yeah, this is my home. This is the Murkmire home. The Murkmire Xanmeer. I want to show you the entryway, because this was very impressive. I left my house for the first time last night, and I was like, oh wow, look at these stairs. It's like, good lord, in real life, I would break my neck on them for sure. And I couldn't imagine, like, wearing stilettos trying to walk up and down stairs like this. Because I used to live in a 3-story apartment years ago. Good lord, bringing groceries up was just horrible. It was not fun. I don't wish that on anyone. And walking up in hills and those flights of stairs was a pain. So look at these steps. Like, this is what the house looks like behind the closed gate. Of course, it's, you know, it's empty. It doesn't have my stuff. But anyways, look how steep this is. Crazy steep. I didn't even test. Oh, you can ride your horse up it. Dang. That's crazy. Well, look how cool. So you got, of course, the swamp in your backyard. And it's got like a cool entryway to it. I really like this. It's probably one of the prettier housing entryways I've seen. Ooh, a Cigic portal. Don't mind if I do. So yeah, I just want to show. This is how you get to the house. And of course on the map, that's where it's at in Murkmire. It's way up north in Murkmire. It's funny because I used to hardly ever come over in this area just to get sky shards and whatnot, but now that I have a home here, I'll be spending a lot more time in this area. And I like all the detailing in the stone. That's really cool. Like, look at these heads. Look how cool that is. All the little lizard heads. It's like a lizard head totem pole. And you got the bigger one. Super cool. So that's the Murkmire Xanmeer Manor home. Thanks for checking it out with me. And if you do get it, have fun decorating it. And I always tell people, in-game to me is of course doing all the hard content from veteran dungeons, veteran trials, Cyrodiil, battlegrounds, and then decorating. Like, that's in-game for me. Because, I mean, what do you do once you reach 810? You decorate. I tell people this all the time. You become Martha Stewart. You know? You decorate. You craft. You do all that fun stuff. So in-game is definitely this. And is it cheap? It's expensive to decorate and do all this. So keep that in mind too. So do find yourself a good, you know, guild that has possibly a free trader. And if not a free trader, at least find one that's decent, that, you know, if they do charge, it's not like outrageous. Because I've been in some guilds where they charge like 15k plus. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. If they charge more than 5k, there's something wrong. Especially if it's, yeah. I never had good luck with those guilds paying all that money, and I wouldn't make much in return. But yeah. But that's beside the point. So have fun decorating your home or homes. Like me, I have more than one, and I enjoy it very, very much. So go forth, explore, have fun, and if you ever have any questions on decorating or if you need help, like, Love Hawkstar is who I am, so feel free to ask me because I find enjoyment in this. I love it. I like to decorate in real life too, so there you go. So thank you for watching, and have a good one. I'll catch you later.